a captain in the Royal Canadian Navy, an entrepreneur, a captain of industry, a very, very successful gold miner, being awarded such medals as the Order of Nova Scotia, the Military Meritorious Service Medal, and the Queen's Jubilee Medal, both platinum and diamond, receiving the Medal of Distinction from Huron University College, and a wonderful family man.
That the night we did the shot, I was so proud that day that shot took place. Was all my girl and my wife, all my family. I have 4 girls, Lottie and Jessica and Kayla and Lara, and this my beautiful Nellie. They were all watching the shot took place. They will never forget that night, and they will treasure it till the day they die.
That's Fred George. Fred George is an amazing person, an amazing Canadian. When you're in Fred George's orbit, you want to stay there. Fred understands the power of communication. He understands just how effective his words are. Fred is comfortable when he's speaking with members of the military while they are on operations in Afghanistan and drug interdiction operations. Receiving an honorary degree, chatting with movie stars, and royalty. Fred is at ease speaking with captains of industries and chief executive officers, or presidents. Or indeed, giving direction to his team working in a mine shaft. Whether he stood in front of a large group of academics, Fred has stood on the most impactful stages around the globe, at stock exchanges, standing in front of large audiences to deliver his words. He is a powerful communicator. Fred is a philanthropist, and he is no stranger to fundraising for causes that are very important to him and his community. In this episode of GaleForceWins, Honorary Captain Fred George shows us how to get a standing ovation in the first 90 seconds of your speech.
CGA is very pleased this evening to introduce our keynote speaker for this evening. Fred George is really just your typical Halifax businessman. Don't get ahead of me now. Assuming that typical means taking a small exploration company and creating the largest gold mine producer in Mexico, increasing the capitalization by 24 times in 5 years, and being the only Halifax-based company listed on the New York stock market. Typical. We're also assuming, of course, that typical involves generously donating time and money to many, many worthy causes, having a university develop a leadership course named for him, and for serving on former U.S. President Bill Clinton's Clinton Foundation. We'll also state tonight that typical means being a renowned speaker who has given talks to bankers and investors around the world and will on Sunday receive an honorary doctorate in business from St. Mary's University. Just a few of the highlights, and I mean highlights. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you just a typical Halifax businessman, Mr. Fred George.
Thank you, Alan, for this kind words and wonderful introduction. Good evening, everyone. I'd like first to congratulate and welcome the team, the new 29 member of CGA. But I want you to hold applause because I like to welcome each and every one of them by name. I like to welcome, we have Anthony and Aaron, and we have Barbara and Brenda. We have Courtney, Craig and Craig, and I believe we have Craig M and Craig D, which is McMullen and Davison. I got it correct? I think I did. And we also like to welcome Don and Gail Mary, Hillary and Ian. Let's not to forget Jocelyn, Joseph, Jacqueline and Janet, Jamie and Julie, and Jacinti D. Butterfield. I also like to welcome Kathleen and Lee, Roger and Lou Fang, and Louis Bobian. I also like to welcome Michael and Melissa, and I also like to welcome Rodrigue, Selena, Tanya, Wayne, and last but not least, Ying Blue. Please, ladies and gentlemen, give it up. Start yet. My wife said to me, "Are you sure you're gonna do this without anything in front of you?" I said, "I want to show the new graduate, do not fear pressure. Because for pressure, what turns rough stone into diamond." And Stella, I wish you would have had 100 names for me, and I could have impressed you more. Well, I believe there's three kinds of people in this world. There's those who make things happen, and there's a second kind who watch things being happening, and the third kind, they usually say, "What happened?"